Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This is episode number 13, and before starting this episode, I went to the bomb shop in West Clocktown and bought a powder keg so that we could blow up this boulder. And as you can see on the bottom screen, we are on the first day, so this part of the side quest needs to be done on the first day, and we are now going to get our horse back. And here we are at Romani Ranch. This is one of my favorite places in Majora's Mask. I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not, but I actually grew up on a farm, so this reminds me a lot of home, and it makes me just feel really happy and cozy every time I see this place. Look! Isn't that your horse? It's kind of funny seeing us run over to our horse in ground form. I guess I didn't think about that. I was always so curious as to how Epona wound up on Romani Ranch. I understand getting her back from Romani is the continuation of Ocarina of Time, but I never understood how she wound up here. Hey, who are you? I'm Romani. I was given the same name as the ranch. What's your name? Link? That's a nice name, but... How about Grasshopper? That's the name Romani gives you. See, you're wearing green clothes and you patter about when you walk, so Grasshopper it is. Romani was practicing for tonight. Tonight. They are coming. They come at night every year when the carnival approaches. They come riding in a bright shining ball. A whole lot of them come down. And then they come to the barn. My older sister won't believe me, but Romani must protect the cows. Hey Grasshopper, I'm recruiting for an assistant right now. You're a boy, won't you try? Great, now that's the spirit, Grasshopper. Okay then, I'm going straight into my strategy. They'll appear all over the ranch. They'll aim for that barn and approach it slowly, so hit them with arrows so they can't get in. You got that? And you mustn't leave the ranch. Grasshopper, let's practice right away. There are 10 ghost-shaped balloons and we need to hit them within 2 minutes. For me personally, this run wasn't too bad, but most people can manage to do a little bit better than this. The point is to be able to hit the targets while you're moving on Epona, but I personally would rather be not moving, be still and shoot targets rather than being in a motion. That's really hard for me to manage. I'm especially prone to running into things like I just did here. $104, that's not bad. For me, that's not bad. I'll teach Romani's horse calling song to you, Grasshopper. Now you two keep getting along and go practice some more. The horse seems to like this song. This was one of my friend's favorite part of the game, just playing with the horse. So whenever I get to the part where I learn Romani's song, Epona's song, it reminds me of her. It's Epona's song, the song of two who are bound by trust. When your arrow hits these, they burst into nothing, but the real ones will keep popping up. If they get in the barn, we lose. They run away at the first light of the sun. Yes, okay. Again, that's a bit tricky for me. I will do my best. So now, let's go get an item that I think makes this part of the game much easier, and it just makes the rest of the game more convenient. Which is why we collected the Bremen mask in the last episode. We will now be getting the bunny hood. If we talk to this guy right here, I heard it from my Gramps, says the moon's gonna fall. With something that big, it's sure to take this ranch down with it. Oh well. My only regret is that I won't get to see these guys in their prime as roosters. So, as the windmill man told us, this mask makes like young animals mature immediately. And that's exactly what we need to do. And this is gonna take a hot minute. So I'm either gonna speed it up or cut it out. Also, Miss Anella did an adorable, like, lyrical version to this part of the game, and I will, if I remember, I'm gonna link it, because it's really fantastic. If you're a fan of Majora's Mask, I highly, highly recommend it. Even if you're not, it's still entertaining. And it's absolutely adorable. I just love this part. I don't really get it, but just seeing these guys with a crest and all. I don't have regrets about anything anymore. I'm perfectly satisfied. Here, you can have this from me. Woohoo! We got the bunny hood, finally! These guys are all roosters. Heh. We can move much faster with the bunny hood for those of you that don't play Zelda or know about it. So this is great. That's all I can say about it. It's great. And it's cute. This is also an item in Super Smash Bros., so maybe you've seen it from there. So the mission with the alien ghost thingies for Romani, that starts at 2 a.m. So we do have a little bit of time to kill. And by that, I mean we have things to get done. We're actually going to go and get the next part of our story progression. The stuff that we're doing at Romani's Ranch, the only thing we have to do is get our horse. You don't need to do... I don't think you need... Yeah, you don't need to do the alien side quest. That's all bonus stuff. But now we can jump over the fence that leads into the ocean. So, here we are. This is Great Bay Coast. To me, this was the creepiest of the Termina, like, what is this called? The Majora Termina music. Because it's different throughout all of the areas in Termina. It's the same song, just with different styles. And this one is the one that used to freak me out the most as a kid. Hey, what do you think that is? Out there in the bay, beneath where the gulls are flying. Can't you see it? Yes. And we're actually gonna go and take care of this. This is pretty sad, and it's kind of serious for a kid's game. Somebody, please, get me to shore. This is one of the few points in Majora's Mask that I start to question the E rating that this game has. I really didn't understand that these characters were dead when I was little, so thankfully it didn't really disturb me in that way. I wonder if people that were a little bit older that was able to understand this, if they were affected in any way. But I was pretty much always supervised while playing this game by my older sister, so this reality really didn't hit me until I was an adult. I am Mikau of the Zora people, guitarist in the Zora band. I think this is it for me, my final message. Will you listen to it? And then all of a sudden he just stands up and starts playing his guitar as if nothing was wrong with him. Oh, listen to me, the carnival's beginning soon. We're the ones they're waiting to see. But that girl, our vocalist, she laid some strange eggs and she lost her voice. You can't hear what she says. In Great Bay now, something's a-happening, is it now? I don't get that part. Listen to me, I don't want to beg. Gerudo Pirates, they stole the girl's eggs. I went to stop the Gerudo Pirates, then pow and bam, I got knocked down and here I am. If I die like this, even if I die, I won't be in peace, that's for sure. Somebody please rescue her eggs before the pirates take their toll. Oh, somebody, please heal my soul. That's all. Thank you. So, what we need to do, as we have been doing throughout the game, is heal him. Do I remember how to play? I do! So, we played the Song of Healing for him just as we did for Darmani, and just as the Happy Mask Salesman played for us when we were in Deku form. And here is the girl that lost her voice and her eggs. She's one of my favorite minor characters in Majora's Mask, but I was always confused as to why she couldn't go and get the eggs on her own. I didn't understand why Mikau had to go get them. I didn't understand maybe she's injured or if something was wrong, but that's something that's really stood out to me. Like, if I lost something that was precious to me, I would be out searching for them, not waiting for someone else to do it for me. I don't really understand that portrayal of her, and that's still something that bothers me today. And with that, he has his final memories, or maybe his final wish. I'm not really sure what that's meant to be, but it's put him at peace, and he leaves behind the Zora transformation mask. It's so cute that we're doing this cutscene with the bunny hood on. So we've got the Zora mask. It contains the spirit of a legendary guitarist. Carve my farewell song on my grave. I'm depending on you to help that singer girl. I don't know why he doesn't call her by her name, because supposedly that's like his lover. You would think that he would not call her singer girl, he would call her like her name, which is Lulu. I never understood that either. But we make a grave and we give our respects. And you can read the grave if you need to know about how to be a Zora. Herein lies Mikau, the legendary guitarist of the Zora tribe. He is to be remembered in song, and his lyrics are written here. Will you try to sing Mikau's lyrics? No. I already know how to be a Zora, so that's not useful for me. This is most of what I wanted to get done here in Great Bay while we were here. There is only one thing left that I need to go do, and that is to strike the owl statue out on this little thing in the water real quick. And we will be finished with this area until we're ready to progress this part of the story, but that's going to be a bit later. Once everything is finished over at Great Bay, I wanted to come back to Romani's Ranch to finish the little alien side quest so that we could move on with this part of the story. And I have both done and failed this side quest several times, so I do have quite a few pieces of advice to give, so here we go. The first thing I've done is I've slowed time down. I would only recommend doing this if you're pretty bad with aiming and stress, I guess. For me personally, this is pretty hard, so I slow time down to make this easier. However, this does take a long time when you slow time down. I think this took about 6.5 minutes to do with time slowed down, and shooting aliens for 6.5 minutes is kind of boring, so that is not advised for someone who can probably handle it otherwise. There's also the bunny hood versus Epona argument. Some people prefer to ride Epona and shoot the aliens while on horseback, but I don't personally do well shooting while in motion, so I prefer shooting with the bunny hood. And as you can see, I got hit by that alien, or I ran into it really, and they do damage you if you touch them, so keep that in mind. Also, you cannot kill these aliens by any method other than bow and arrow. I've tried, you'll see later in the clip, to strike it with a sword, and I've tried running into them as spiked Goron, in the Goron mode when you're spinning, so none of those work. You have to shoot them with the arrows. You can also get the large quiver that holds 40 arrows, I believe, but we haven't done that yet. We'll be getting that later, so that's another thing you can do if you're worried about running out of arrows. And arrows are located in the crate in front of the barn, in the grasses behind the barn, and each time you shoot an alien, they drop a little bundle of arrows as well. You should also pay attention to the direction the dog is barking. So if the dog is barking in the front left, that means there's an alien towards the front left area. If the dog is barking in the back, you need to go to the back, and likewise, if it's barking towards the front right or the back right area, you need to focus on those areas as well, because the aliens come from all 4 corner directions. Surprisingly enough, I have not bought the Romani Ranch map yet from Tingle, but I will be doing that later. But if you have the map, the aliens show up on the map as little white dots, so that is another way that you can keep track of where they are. Oh, thank goodness, it's over. We did it. We won. Thank you. Thanks to you, the cows are giving thanks too. Here's Romani's thanks. When you drink it, put your hand on your hip and take a big gulp like we do here at the ranch. So we have a milk bottle. We get another bottle, that's the important part. It's almost time for my sister to get up, so I have to go back to bed. See you later, little hero. After we warp to the night of the second day, we're able to start the second part of this side quest. Oh, good evening. I'm going to town now to deliver milk. Would you like a ride? So of course we're going to say yes. That's great. Tonight I'm kind of lonely. I welcome company. Oh, I don't remember leaving Epona right there. I guess it's been a while now since our father died. I'm trying to take care of the ranch, but things have been getting unstable lately. The cows always seem bothered and frazzled. I'm finding broken bottles everywhere. Who's doing it, I don't know. My sister Romani has been worried too. She's practicing using a bow. She says it's to stop the ghosts. Say, what are the townsfolk saying about that moon? It's bigger than before, isn't it? In town, I have a friend. Her name's Anju. Anju, the day after tomorrow is her wedding. I wonder if it will fall, that thing. I apologize for the difference in my voice. I started to laugh when Epona got stuck in the horse, and it peaked the mic pretty badly, so I had to redo it. What? The road. Boy, get your bow ready. So more shooting stuff. But thankfully we have unlimited arrows for this, because we need them. We desperately need unlimited arrows for this. First, Milk Road is blocked by a boulder, and now we have to take this detour through Ugly Country. Are you ready, boy? I'm going to try to get us through here as fast as I can. If any pursuers come from behind, chase them off with your arrows. They may be after my cargo of milk bottles. Do you understand? Thanks. I'm relying on you. If we get through here, I'll have a big thanks for you. So the objective here is to keep them as far away as possible, but it's almost impossible for them not to hit the bottles a few times, and in this case, after they hit one of the bottles twice, it broke. Usually that doesn't happen, but as long as you have a bottle standing, you should be okay. Mr. Barton was happy to get his first delivery in quite a while. Thank you. You were pretty cool. This isn't very big, but accept my thanks. We got the Romani's mask. By doing one good deed, a child becomes an adult. That mask is only given to a limited number of adult customers. It's proof of membership. I now acknowledge you as being an adult. And with this side quest completed, we are finished with this episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!